There is a strange car that is parked to mine. It ticks. Not unlike when a car's engine is turned off and the car seems to make a ticking noise when it has finally reached the point of rest. The ticking sounded just like that, coming from the car parked next to mine. For months I thought nothing of it. Just the other day it occurred to me that the car parked to mine, the one that ticks, has never moved. At least from what I have seen, the car has never left that spot. There was dust covering the hood, and there were leaves all underneath the tyres, perfectly intact, seemingly untouched by tyre marks. But if the car had not been driving for at least months, why did it still tick? A few days later, of all the piling evidence of the unmoved car coupled with the ticking coming from it, I had to know what the source of the sound was. I stepped towards the front of the car and it ticked. The ticking was louder than usual. It didn't usually seem to come from the hood. I walked around the car towards the trunk. That's where it seemed to be coming from. I leaned in towards the trunk of the vehicle and put my left ear to it. I heard a faint voice saying, "Let me out." Startled, I shot up and turned around and thought maybe tomorrow I could get my parking spot changed. Maybe it's just all in my head. Before I could take another step, I heard a loud click behind me, and arms grabbed me and shoved me into the trunk of that car, the one that ticks. I yelled for help to let me free and banged on the trunk, but as I struggled I felt overcome with fatigue, too tired to fight my feelings of fear and frustration. I heard a man slightly chuckle, and footsteps faded away. I tried to pound my fist against the trunk, but my fist barely seemed to form. I could only lightly lay my hand on the surface. I heard someone coming back towards the vehicle. I also heard the cracking of joints, and I figured whoever it was had bent down to see where the small noises had come from. All I could muster was, "Let me out." The man replied, "I hope someone does." I laid my fingers on the walls of the trunk, tapping. It seemed to make a familiar ticking sound.